Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Lynn. Today we're going to roast a turkey. That time of the year again, it's fall, almost Thanksgiving, and it's turkey time. What I've already done is rinse the turkey very well, dried it off, and I've also taken out all the things that they like to hide in turkeys, which some people don't know. The neck was in one part, I believe it was the front. You can see there's a hollow edge right in here. This is where you want to take it out. There. And the other part of a turkey, which always holds stuff, usually the bag will be in here. Just take your hand in there, take it out, then rinse the turkey and be ready to go. Okay, now, you know we have to take these out. Well, the first year I made a turkey, I did not know that. So, for those of you that are new, now you know. Other thing I've done is I softened up 1 stick of butter, which is basically half a cup of butter, and I have diced up. It's a poultry blend, and what it has in here is basically it's got sage, rosemary, and thyme. And I just chopped it up. And then I also added like a tablespoon of some minced garlic, and I put in like a teaspoon of onion salt. Very, very flavorful. Now, what am I going to do with the served butter? I'm going to insert it in underneath the turkey's skin. What you have to do is very gently pull away from the meat. Don't tear the skin. You got to be real gentle. There we go. And I'm going to put some over here on the leg as well. Again, being careful not to tear it. Then after I put this on the breast, which is usually dry, this is why I'm going to be putting the butter in here. And then, that's not all. We are then going to do some smoked bacon, and I'm going to make a lattice on top. And that's not it. Then I'm going to use some real maple syrup mixed with a little water and use that as a base. So we got just an amazing maple herb turkey. And it's so delicious. And it just makes the most amazing gravy that you'll ever see. So, okay, let's continue here. And very gently pushing up, just like that. You can barely see here. Slide up, just like that. Now I'm going to put, it's kind of gooey, but there's no other better way to really do this and do it a good job. And kind of massage it in a little bit. Just barely see it through there. Put it up, maybe go around like that, a little bit more. And I'm going to go down into the turkey leg, just like this. Push away the skin gently. Pull. If you're squeamish touching this kind of stuff, you might not like it, but it makes like the best turkey, these herbs, just using all those poultry seasonings, and this is fresh. And then I also have, for the inside of it, and this is what I learned in Italy, is just the fresh herbs as aromatics being inside of the turkey makes a whole different world. And all we did was chicken, but it is just incredible. Let me tell you something. Okay, now let's come over to this side. It's amazing how just simple stuff like that, where you can really just find your way in making something really, really good by just aromatics and cooking. All right, there we go. Turn it maybe a little bit so you can see. I'm going up here, turkey. bar up. I'm just kind of swishing. Don't tear it. Be very careful. There. Be generous. And kind of go further over to the side here. Oh, you see? Hand. I got to over this far. Okay. And got the leg. I try to get even further back here. I did. Cool. As it just sits there and it cooks with all these wonderful, wonderful herbs. Okay, now very gently do this leg. Put the butter herbs in here as well. Gently just push down. Getting herbed butter into your chicken, or chicken, thinking Italy. We're not in Italy anymore. We're here at home making turkey. And then I also like to put some on top, just like this. Basically, I'm going to use a whole stick of butter. Now this will be underneath the bacon. But just makes like the best turkey ever. Come over here. And the fresh herbs are just incredible. You can do dried if you don't have it. Say the store all of a sudden doesn't have, put a little bit more in there. Looks like I could use more. The store doesn't have it, you know, you can improvise and use dried. But rather than like say a tablespoon of the fresh, basically the equivalent is a teaspoon of dried. And it's nothing terrible about dried. I've done it before and it turns out fine. So, but just something about fresh herbs sometimes is pretty incredible. Now I'm going to be tying these guys up here. All right, now the turkey is ready for me to put together a lattice creation that I will put over the turkey. It's very artfully done. It just looks so pretty. And I will show you how to do that. Be right back. Welcome back. Now we are going to make the lattice bacon for the turkey. I'm going to do every other one. Pull back, put on a piece of bacon, tuck it tightly, just like that. Up, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Now we're going to do the opposite. The ones we did not do. Take it up, take it up, take it up. Bacon down. That one looks a little bit, we're going to try to make these even. Tuck it up. Down, down, down. Now the opposite. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're going to put this in, tuck it up. Ah, sticky. Down, down, down. Now the opposite. Up, up, up. Put our bacon in here. Whoops, that's kind of the bigger side. Try to make these, try to make it as equal as possible. Makes it prettier. So now we're going to go down, down, down. Now the opposite. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're going to put the turkey. I'm going to put the next slice of bacon right here. Tucking it up. Down, down, down. Okay, so now this one, I think we're going to need to go up. I could have done one more up here. That's okay. Just remember, it's always just kind of the opposite. Might be kind of a little hard to keep track of sometimes, but And tuck it in like such. Tuck it in, tuck it in. There we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's good. What I'm gonna do is just maybe leave these, maybe tuck them under. And I'm gonna put this in the freezer. Say, well, let's do about, I don't know, we're probably about 10 minutes. Let it freeze. And I'm gonna put it over and it'll be nicely formed. So. What we could do, rather than freeze, I just thought about it. Why don't I just try, just put it on like this? Everybody says freeze it. Why follow the crowd? Guess we'll find out. I don't know. That turned out pretty darn nice. I didn't freeze it. It's very nice. It's pretty. Stretch it out a little bit maybe. Just like this. Stretch it down. Maybe like that. So I did not have to freeze it. We'll say too, but there's always your own method. I don't see why they would. Just seems like, because now it's very formable, where you can put it around the turkey in a very pretty way. Doesn't seem like it'd be pretty if it were halfway frozen. It'd be kind of stiff. I'm not able to create a masterpiece like this. That's what we're doing. Creating a masterpiece. I got a little bit of extra bacon. Like I always say, cooking is art. Do your thing. Do your own thing. And I'm going to put another piece of bacon just like that. Move this down. Put one on the other side. Tint it down. And now I'm going to put in my aromatics. I think it's in Italy. Oh, I wish I had the name. Oh. Anyway. Got parsley, sage, and thyme. And it smells so good. Now we're going to put this in. Just like this. And we're ready for the show. I'm going to put it in the oven. It's a 17-pound bird. So I'm going to cook it for like 13 minutes per pound. See how it goes. And you know, got an extra piece of bacon. Why not just throw it in there? That's all she did in Italy, was just throwing the herbs, and that was enough. So I'm going to just do that. All right, we're ready to put it in the oven. And the other thing I'm going to do is just tent it slightly for like an hour with some tin foil so it doesn't get overcooked. And then after that, I'm going to take the tin foil off and let it get a nice golden brown. All right. One thing I do want to do before I put it in the oven is give it its first baste of my maple syrup and water mixture. Just very nicely. I know, isn't this crazy good? And by the way, this is smoked bacon, so we'll get some of that flavor. And then I'm going to be doing, on another show, I'm going to have my cornbread that has bacon in it. And of course it's going to match this. Bacon delight. Okay, we are now basting it with the maple syrup mixture. It's looking good, looking very good. And something else I want to add to this will be some chicken broth into the flavor here. Then I'm also going to be adding the neck. This is what came out of one of the cavities. Let it sit there and soak. I'm gonna go wash my hands, of course. Now everything is nicely basted, and let's keep going. And here it is, the turkey, and it looks so good. And in a few minutes, we are going to go ahead and carve it. Okay, I've strained the gravy. I'm gonna put in a 1/4 cup of flour, just like this. Alexa, turn off. I'm gonna just start moving the gravy or the broth that was at the bottom of the pan. I did take off some of the fat. I'm just gonna keep moving the whisk around back and forth to start to get it to be thick. Now if I need more, of course, I will add more flour if need be. And then once this is kind of all put together, what I'm going to do is put some lemon juice in it just to kind of top it off. Oh, it's just smelling so good. Just keep on whisking, just like that. You can hear it starting to bubble. You can hear that. I'm going to put some salt and pepper in. All right. Just like that. And season it, and we'll taste it afterwards. Just keep on. Then, before it's too thick, I'm going to take it off because it does tend to thicken even after you've taken it off the burner. All right, let's just keep cooking until this is thick enough. Meanwhile, it's been 20 minutes. Look at this beautiful turkey. I did not tent it. I wanted to see just how beautiful it could turn out, and it is beautiful. Now I know why sometimes people don't tent their turkeys, because they do have a golden color to them, and they're gorgeous, just gorgeous. Here it is. You can see the juice. Let me pull it over to the sunlight. It's hard to see it. Look at the juice. Just dripping. This is one of the juiciest turkeys I've ever made. So good.